Thank you for tuning in to Music Marvels with Achickwitbeatz and Breezy Gipson. I am music producer Achickwitbeatz.
And I am entrepreneur Breezy Gipson.
And we're glad that you're with us once again. You know, we've got the show lined up for you with some music industry news and some extra helpings of beats by yours truly. So I'm excited to bring the show to everyone. How about you?
Oh, yes, absolutely. And positively, too.
Yes. And happy belated National DJ Day to all the DJs out there. We appreciate you. You move the music culture forward. And you just make the world go round. So shout out to the DJs out there.
Yes. And also to all of the fabulous programs that took place, not just nationwide, but all around the world, celebrating the birth of Reverend Martin Luther King.
Yes. And also super huge shout out to our home stations, Grander Radio out of Grand Rapids, Michigan, and Sparks Radio out of Denver, Colorado. And without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into it.
Okay, sounds good.
we're back with music industry news. Warner Brothers Discovery is exploring the sale of its music assets, and the estimated value of it, $1 billion, upwards of $1 billion. So it could be even more. So Warner Brothers Discovery was formed last April via the merger with Warner Media and Discovery. And so this combined the entertainment and media properties ranging all the way from Discovery Channel to Warner Brothers Entertainment, CNN, DC, Eurosport, HBO Max. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on. And so now the Giants music library, of course, includes a wide array of film and TV soundtracks. So no wonder it's worth at least $1 billion. So we'll see how that goes. We'll definitely keep you posted as we get more information.
Okay.
All right, and the Universal Music Group has opened its first music-based experiential hotel in Madrid. So the U Music Hotel Madrid for short is located inside the historic Albéniz Theater, which is the building in the Spanish capital. So Universal Music Group has launched this brand back in October 2020. And at that time, they said that the first 3 locations were going to be Atlanta, Biloxi, and Orlando. We actually talked about that on the show back then. And the Biloxi Hotel is still supposed to be the first to be completed here in the States this year. And that's valued at $1.2 billion. So we'll keep you posted as these start popping up everywhere. It definitely seems like it's a really, really interesting experience. And I hope I get to check one of them out as they start popping up everywhere.
Yeah. And I've got a buddy that resides down on the Gulf Coast in Mississippi. And we'll be able to get some live and living color updates from him since he's in that area, and give some progress reports too.
Yeah, that will definitely be dope.
Yep.
All right, and there's a good chance that you've heard this story that's been kind of buzzing around, but Dr. Dre is selling his catalog assets to Universal Music and Shamrock Holdings, somewhere in the $200 million deal range. So the assets will generate almost $10 million annually, and the final price will likely be below the $250 million asking price, but definitely well above $200 million. So this includes the royalties from 2 of his solo albums, his share of NWA artist royalties, his producer royalties, and the writer's share of his song catalogs, to which he doesn't own the publishing. So this probably includes some stuff from The Chronic, which of course is, his blockbuster album. And so the portion includes 75 to 90% of the package's revenue, and it's likely being acquired by Shamrock, who's going to hold most of that. Now, in the UMG portion of it, they're going to get what would be the master recording of The Chronic, but that's actually scheduled to revert from Dr. Dre to Death Row Entertainment, which we know is now owned by Snoop Dogg. So we'll see how that kind of plays out. But yeah, it's a lot of different pieces that are part of his music assets, which is really, really smart on his part, which makes it easier to kind of divvy up, to get the best deal out of what he can get for his artistry. So yeah, kudos to him for eyeing these moves, and we'll keep you posted as we get more info, as always.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of Dr. Dre, he has successfully blocked Marjorie Taylor Greene from using his music. So her lawyers formally acknowledged the cease and desist letter that they got from his lawyer on January 9th, but they didn't acknowledge any wrongdoing. So they say, on behalf of the Congresswoman, be advised there's no further use of his copyright for a political committee or social media outlet that she controls. So it's really specific, basically kind of giving them some leeway in case something else pops up somewhere. But the original letter that his lawyer sent out said that she was wrongfully exploiting the Still Dre song through various social media outlets to promote, quote unquote, her divisive and hateful political agenda. And the United States Copyright Act says a lot of things, but one of the things it says is you can't use someone else's song for your political campaign promotions unless you get permission from the owner of the copyright in the song, a step she failed to take. So yeah, it's a lot of info there to kind of absorb. Of glad that he doesn't really have to fight with her about that. And just kind of something to keep in mind, because, you know, when these politicians are doing this stuff, it does kind of give the illusion that the artist is supporting their platform. So it makes sense that in those cases they should check first, so that way somebody's not being aligned with beliefs that they don't agree with.
True. But sometimes people who feel, quote, entitled, unquote, they grab whatever they want to grab.
Mm-hmm.
Care about anybody, and it comes back at the end of the day, it comes back to bite them.
Yeah, ain't that the truth?
Yep.
All right, we're gonna take a quick pause for the cause, and then we'll be back with more music industry news right after this.
Okay.
Hey fam, this is Breezy Gipson from the Breeze team. How would you like to see an online platform that brings you people who've already indicated that they're interested in your particular type of business? Whether it's your music you're selling, hip-hop clothing, you got a restaurant or a cafe, or if you're an entrepreneur or agent for a business. Visit me at breeze2cheese.com. That's using the number 2, breeze2cheese.com, or click my bio link on my Instagram profile to see a live demo of how this can help you get more customers and make more money.
Hey, this is Achickwitbeatz. I am a multi-genre music producer and strategist to indie artists and labels. Visit my website, achickwitbeatz.com, for resources for artists and instrumentals available in various genres for songs, vlogs, blogs, podcasts, themes, TV, film, commercials, and more. Once again, that's achickwitbeatz.com, ACHICKWITBEATZ. Let's make something happen. All right, we're back with more music industry news. TikTok has struck a licensing deal with the Warner-backed Rotana Music Group. So, of course, TikTok is hugely popular everywhere, but especially across the Middle East and North Africa. MENA for short, MENA, where recorded music and market revenues grew by 35% in 2021. So that growth kind of solidified that region to be the fastest growing one in music in the world. So the music market there is predominantly made up of streaming, which represents 95.3% of the region's recorded music revenues. So that's higher than everywhere else. And until last year, the music that was released by Rotana Music Group was previously only available on Deezer, which was exclusively in that region. But then in April of last year, when they signed a partnership with Angami, which is a streaming service focused in that area, that actually took them worldwide. So changes being made here, and it's really smart for TikTok to do that, since they know that a lot of their users are in the area and would like to use music that's put out by the label. So, you know, it's really cool when people just kind of stay on their grind and they have the demand, and they're making the market kind of shift to what they want. So that's really, really awesome what's happening there.
Yeah, it really is awesome. And the beat goes on.
Mm-hmm. All right, music tech startup Orpheum has acquired the music reporting and audio recognition company called SoundMouse. So, it's a music reporting platform that's used by broadcasters and other media companies, including the BBC, and it also works with collection societies. Now, Orpheum, on the other hand, was founded in 2015 with the goal of, quote unquote, bringing cutting-edge technology to the music rights management space. So by combining these efforts, they say that they're moving to a place where they can serve the entire entertainment ecosystem across mainstream and digital media. So it looks like some good things are going to be coming forth from this collaboration, and they claim that it's going to be in the best interest to connect creators and rights holders and music users to give more value to what we do, so that we can get paid for it. So, you know, that's always a good thing. We'll definitely be keeping an eye on them and everything that they're doing, and keep you updated.
Yeah, well, you know, when it comes to the media, when it comes to digital, that word digital, oh my gosh, you might as well, it's a virtual explosion. So, you know, a lot for people to be able to tune in with, zone in with, and, you know, the beat goes on once more.
Yes. And this one was more on the entertainment tip, but there's an Amy Winehouse biopic that has been announced. It's going to be called Back to Black, named for one of her biggest hits, and it's supposed to chart her life and music. And it's starring Marissa Bella as Amy. And if you haven't checked it out, go Google that. And it's whoa, she has a stunning likeness to her, so it'll be kind of interesting to watch. The documentary was very informative, so I'm kind of looking forward to checking out the biopic of, you know, truly tremendous talent. So yeah, heads up for anybody out there like me that loves watching music movies and documentaries and all that good stuff.
All right.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take a quick pause for the cause, and then we'll be back before we head out for the night.
Okay.
right, and that does it for this week's edition of Music Marvels with Achickwitbeatz and Breezy Gipson. Once again, we thank you for tuning in. A super huge thank you to Grander Radio out of Grand Rapids, Michigan, and Sparks Radio out of Denver, Colorado. And we really appreciate you joining us every week. We hope that we shared some valuable information with you to help you get ahead in your career. And, if there's ever any topics that you want us to cover, make sure you reach out to us. Hit us up on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever you got. And we'll see what we can do about getting that information to you.
Yeah, and so shouts out to all of those musicians out there who have joined us in one way or the other and chopped it up, brought us information, and enriched us as well as our other listeners. So yeah, big shout outs to all of you all. And it's a wonderful thing.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful thing.
Absolutely. So, all right, till next time, you know where to find us. Tune in, tell a friend, and we'll see you then. Peace.
Peace.